So we're now in Deuteronomy 1, verse 37. Because of you, the Lord became angry with me also, and said, you shall not enter it either. But your assistant Joshua, son of Nun, will enter it. Encourage him, because he will lead Israel to enter it. And the little ones that you said would be taken captive, your children who do not yet know good from bad, who do not... Okay, they will enter the land. I will give it to them, and they will take possession of it. So Moses stands up before the people that he's been leading for a generation, and he says, y'all get ready, because you're going in, but I'm not. Deuteronomy 1. Deuteronomy 3. At that time I commanded Joshua, you have seen with your own eyes all that the Lord your God has done to these two kings. The Lord will do the same to the kingdoms over there, where you are going. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God himself will fight for you. At that time I pleaded with the Lord, O sovereign Lord. You have begun to show your servant your greatness and your strong hand. For what God is there in heaven or on earth who can do the deeds and mighty works you do? Let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, at the fine hill country in Lebanon. But because of you, the Lord was angry with me. Because of you, the Lord was angry with me. And would not listen to me. That is enough, the Lord said. Do not speak to me any more about this matter. Go up to the top of Pisgah. That's a mountain. And look west and north and south and east. Look at the land with your own eyes, since you are not going to cross this Jordan. But commission Joshua and encourage and strengthen him. For he will lead this people across and will cause them to inherit the land that you will see. So we stayed in the valley near Beth Peor. So Moses is raised up to lead the people, and he gets them to the border crossing. You know, they got their passports ready. And he said, Lord, I'd really like to do this. And God says, no. It's not going to happen. Chapter 32. Verse 48. On that same day the Lord told Moses, go up into Abiram, into the Abiram range, to Mount Nebo in Moab, across from Jericho, and view Canaan, the land I am giving the Israelites as their own possession. There on the mountain that you have climbed you will die and be gathered to your people, just as your brother Aaron died on Mount Hor and was gathered to his people. This is because both of you broke faith with me in the presence of the Israelites in the waters of Meribah Kadesh. Those waters, very important, in the desert of Zin, because you did not uphold my holiness among the Israelites. Therefore you will see the land only from a distance, and you will not enter the land I am giving to the people of Israel. What troubles me about this, and I don't know how well you know this story, is my gut reaction is, what do you mean? What do you mean? Moses is taking some liabilities on here that, at least in the... I don't mean to charge God with injustice, but it's the mantle of leadership that brings down Moses. You know, Aaron clearly was a wuss. You know, Aaron was saying, let's build a golden calf. Okay, I'll help. Gather it up. Let's go. But that wasn't Moses. But Moses takes upon the heavy load of leadership. I am going to go one step too far here. I don't know why anybody would want to run for the President of the United States. I don't care if it's Barack Obama or George Walker Bush. I just don't know why. And I don't learn that from them. I learn it from Moses. But the first question that I asked you, and I think Sandra answered the question, was, that was God's call. This is what you're going to do. And all of you people who live way out on the edge of free will, I like that too. But at some point, Moses said, okay, I love these people. And I want to end with these words. 34. Then Moses climbed Mount Nebo from the plains of Moab to the top of Pisgah, across from Jericho. There the Lord showed him the whole land from Gilead to Dan. And I'll skip over that to the end of verse 4. This is the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And when I said I will give it to your descendants, I have let you see it with your eyes, but you will not cross over into it. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab, as the Lord had said. Verse 10. Since then, no prophet has risen in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, and who did all these miraculous signs and wonders the Lord sent him to do in Egypt, to Pharaoh and to all his officials, and to his whole land. For no one has ever shown the mighty power or performed the awesome deeds that Moses did in the sight of Israel. Moses cried out time and time again in this story, and I've just picked bits and pieces of this ongoing narrative. And Moses cried out and he said, why did you give me these people? Surely there's got to be a better church down the street. Okay? And there's got to be some people that wouldn't be crying out for ribeyes when they've got a whole carton full of energy bars. And so Moses is just devastated about it. And then the day happens when he sees them going through the mountain pass. And they go through the pass. And he's told, you're not going. And he says, boy, are they a pain. Sure wish I could be with them. Let's pray.